Odd here. Be on your guard.
Let's see what we have. Oh, we have a boss right there. I didn't know we had a boss. I should have played this one last time.
Faria, how did you get in here?
Wait, something about her isn't right.
What's wrong with her? She doesn't even seem to know where she is.
Yeah, you're right. She looks just like the soldiers we encountered outside.
Oh no.
A summoning?
But that's preposterous. She never had that kind of power when...
We can talk later. Here it comes!
What? I've never... known Faria to indulge noodles like that before.
How about with a stone that looks suspiciously like a master core?
What the... Where did she get her hands on that?
First we handle the Zoogle, then we get some answers.
Go for the weak point!
No, which one is this one?
Catapult! Lightning thrust! Here I come!
Searing flame!
She did it!
Photon!
Elusive deity!
I'll heal you all!
No dawn shall break this night.
Healing circle! Ow!
Try harder! Not a chance!
Searing flame! Here
Not
goes!
now!
Another
Not
one
now!
of crazy
Elusive deity!
Searing flame!
Eagle ray!
Now! First
I owe you one.
this one!
Strata!
Demon field! More with that hit!
Soaring blast!
In here! Annihilation! I'll be saving this one! Thunder field! More with that hit from Illuminate the Dark! Healing circle!
Try harder! Not a
Holy
chance!
land!
Catapult! Be still!
Sorry.
You do the
Here I
same for
come!
me!
Strut!
Freeze laser!
Stardust! Catapult!
Wind astral energy! Lightning I never miss! Thunder!
Take this!
Ready?
Strut! Be still! Tear!
Elusive deity!
Rotating
pile driver!
Illuminate the dark! Come forward!
Demon light!
Be still!
Eagle ray!
Holy quiver!
Take this!
Here, let me off! First aid!
I'll grind you into dust!
Lightning orb! Illuminate the dark! Come forth! Holy quiver! Holy land!
Captivity!
Luna Rondo!
Catapult!
You're mine!
By the power of water!
It's over!
Catapult!
Illuminate the dark! Come forth! Holy quiver! Holy land!
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara!
Denied!
Mega ray!
Be still!
Storm!
Tear!
Captivity!
Raging cascade!
Dazzle! Wide
There we
open!
go.
It won't escape me! Elusive deity!
Dragon form!
Rotating pile driver! Take
Mega
this!
ray field! Gemini aqua! More with that
Dragon form!
Heal! Allow me to help you!
Dance in the wind!
Explosive ring!
Field!
Not today!
I'll be saving
Everlasting
this
dust!
one!
Take this!
Soaring take this!
Where are you going?
It's over!
I'll smash you!
Lightning orb!
Dazzle!
More with that pierce eagle!
You're mine!
Raging cascade!
I'm ready!
Lost! Demons descend!
Flashing bang! I'll face you!
Here I come! Dazzle!
Green face and blood!
Illuminate the dark!
Luna Rondo!
Bloody howling!
Ready to go! That move!
Here comes the big
In a
one!
bind!
Glacial spear! Pierce evil! Raging storm!
The flame inside is yours to be let free!
Heal!
Gemini Alpha! Hup! Mega Ray! Raging Cascade! Power of water!
Denied!
I'll be saving this
Benediction
one!
light.
Tear! Hurricane thrust!
Lightning Orb!
Anything in armor is
Wall
all
of
mine!
Action!
Time to let it rip!
Mega Ray!
Dazzle! Soda! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
From beyond, imbue this vanquished soul with light.
Resuscitation!
I can carve through armor.
Mine!
Time
Be
to
still!
elusive deity.
Dragon Swarm!
Dance in the wind! Glacial Spear! Pierce the air thrust!
Let me free you of your power.
Dance in the wind! In here!
No art of being
Here's a
interrupted.
healing art! First aid! Where are you going? Arch Field! Thunderblade!
Beast!
Now for something special! Searing
On
Flame! Reload!
Lightning
Holy
thrust!
Lance! Radiant Light! Here!
Resonate with the earth.
Here I come!
I'll heal you all!
Hurricane thrust!
Ready and
Healing
ready.
Circle!
Let me free you of your
Wind
power.
You may be
Acceleration!
strong,
Illuminate the
but I'll
dark!
never back down!
Holy Sliver!
Tear!
Holy Lance! Damn it!
Lightning
Out of
thrust!
ammo!
Demon Lance.
Healing Circle!
Eagle Ray.
I'm all
take
frozen
it?
up! Lightning Raging Cascade! Spread! Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Gemini Alpha!
Lightning thrust!
By the power of
Lightning
water!
thrust!
Benediction
Be
light.
still!
Keep
Be
letting
still!
Mega
Take this!
Blade! Illuminate the dark! Cosmic!
Be
Holy
still!
Sliver!
Everlasting dark.
Holy Lance!
Dazzle!
Negative gate.
We've got him on the run.
Don't get cocky! Here I
Right.
go!
Still anyone's fight.
Benediction light.
Here goes!
I've used too much.
Thunderblade! Illuminate the dark!
Another incantation ruined.
Not a chance.
I'll heal you all!
Dazzle!
Forgive me.
You'll pay for that!
Healing Circle!
Hurricane thrust!
Here goes! It's weakened! One more!
This ends now! I'm not done!
Time of Fury! Burning Strike! Glacial It's about to strike! Here's the evil!
Look sharp, everyone! Try harder! Now! You're mine! Thrust!
Holy Lance!
Dazzle! Hurricane stop! Move it! Try harder! My turn!
Rending you apart.
Dragon Swarm!
I'll be saving this
Eternal
one!
Negative
devastation!
gate.
I'm all stocked up! Shiny Annihilation! Mega Ray!
You're mine!
Annihilation! Far enough!
I'll smash you.
Ignite!
Captivity.
Confiscated!
Can't get out of this.
Don't get in my way! This one's mine! One more!
I'm not done!
Illuminate the dark!
Will this help?
Eternal devastation!
Bloody howling.
Crazy healing circle! I'll take it from here. Let's see how you handle this! Deus Roar!
I'm ready.
Kisara, frozen!
Hammer!
There we go.
Now it's just her. Faria, can you hear me? Faria.
She's preparing another summoning!
The art she's casting is way too powerful to control. At this rate, her body won't be able to take much more. Dohalim!
Forgive me.
Man, I thought we were goners.
Everything okay?
Yes. She's only unconscious.
Not her. I meant you.
Shion, please. Can you treat her?
I can try, but I can't promise she'll be back to her real self when she wakes up. All I can do is heal her physically.
We're not even supposed to be in here. Maybe it'd be better if we moved her to somewhere a little safer. Don't you think?
In that case,
I'll take her off your hands.
You?
Avakir, what are you doing here?
I was curious what you were up to, so I took the liberty of following you to find out. I overheard what you said about Tarnigan, about how he really died. I'm sorry, I had no idea.
And you believed me? What makes you so sure I wasn't lying?
I like to think I know you a little better than that, Dohalim. Give me some credit. I'll take Faria. Leave her with me. I know better than to ask what you're up to. But whatever it is, I hope it all works out.
Thank you.
He seems like a good friend.
He hasn't changed. He never was one to stand out. Instead, he was always hanging back, worrying about everyone else. As for Faria, it's always the closest to me who get hurt.
You don't seriously blame yourself for what happened to her, do you?
Yes.
Somebody got to her, to strike back at me. Someone who knew me well enough to know that I'd hesitate to fight back. And the same goes for you as well. Neither you nor Faria would have lost loved ones, if it wasn't for me.
You're wrong. Kelzelik was the one who killed my brother, under orders from Almeidria. As for Tarnigan, if it weren't for the crown contest, he'd still be alive. That and the whole damn hierarchy that makes it possible. But that's why we're fighting. To put an end to this whole messed up system that treats people as expendable.
Indeed. Ridding society of this blight is really the only way I know how to atone for my sins.
You can't atone, Dohalim. I know it hurts to hear, but those people are dead. No amount of soul-searching or trying to make amends is going to change that. Forgiveness, acceptance, those ships have sailed.
So I just forget the harm I caused?
No, the opposite, in fact. You remember. You never forget. You keep it in your heart always. And then you go on living. Not for those already passed, but for those still alive.
For those still alive.
Kisara's right. So long as we've still got breath in our bodies, we can make a difference in the lives of others. Lives being the operative word.
That's what living's all about. Being able to still make a difference. Punishing yourself for the past won't make the pain of your conscience go away.
Only fixing the problem in its stead. Is that what you're saying?
That's right. You have to live for tomorrow, Dohalim, not for yesterday. And not only that, you need to live for yourself, and for the change that you still can be.
I shall try.
Don't forget, we've still got a mystery to solve. The Forbidden Zone, remember?
Shion,
Huh?
thank you. You have my deepest gratitude for what you did for Faria.
Glad to be of service.
I'm glad we could stop Faria without hurting her.
You all did much for her as well. I'm most grateful.
Oh, shucks. We're on the same team, right?
More talking.
What is it, Rinwell? Do you hear something again?
Yeah. It's that voice.
The will of Dana's astral energy.
What? There's so much astral energy. But where's it all coming from? It's almost like it's alive.
Yeah, I can see Shion there. The Thorns is a monster. So the Rena's gave her the thorns.
That was the spirit channeling ceremony just now. No, it was more than that.
What the hell was that? It felt like everything was on the brink of... like the whole world was seconds from...
Oblivion. It's the same vision as the one my thorns show me. A vision of impenetrable darkness that swallows up us and everything else.
An empty void. A nothing so complete and dominating that there aren't even words to describe it. The end of time.
The visions of the apocalypse you've been seeing. If I'd known how bad they were,
So, everything we just saw, those were Naori's memories, right?
That's right. It was as if her innermost thoughts were speaking directly to us. At least I know they weren't mine.
That power flowing into her. It reminds me of Shionne's thorns. If they're what's responsible for all these visions she's been having, then maybe...
Maybe my thorns are made from that same astral energy?
If that is the case, we just found the missing link between your thorns and what happened here 3 centuries ago. No, more than a link. Perhaps even the very heart of the matter.
I've never felt astral energy so powerful. What was that?
If it's the same energy your thorns are made of, it must be dark astral energy, right? And isn't that something only Renans have?
Correct. Dark astral energy is possessed by Renans alone.
And when enough astral energy gathers together, it develops its own form of sentience. If so, maybe that complete oblivion is exactly what the Renan astral energy's will is wishing for. But why?
I don't know. Will can be a pretty vague thing to nail down. It's more of a feeling, just like the will of Dana.
But the will of Dana is made up of astral energy too, right? And if that's what's been showing us these visions... I don't know, should we really be getting so involved with this thing?
Dana's will would never want oblivion.
But you can't say that for sure!
Cut it out, you two. Squabbling over theories will get us nowhere.
Let's keep moving. If it's Dana's will showing us these memories, then I'm as clueless about its motives as any one of us. But if it could lead us to the truth, then I want to find out more.
Shionne's right. All we can do is keep going. If these really are Naori's memories we're watching, there could be truths in them I was never aware of.
Like you're not
And I think
destroying the world.
they may be the kinds of truths I need to confront if we're going to keep fighting.
I'm sorry about what I said earlier. Come on, let's go.
Finally, we begin to understand what the thorns are.
Yes.
Really?
And their source.
I'm not moving.
A ceremony that occurred 3 centuries ago.
But we still don't know how to get rid of them. I just hope we can find a way.
More video? Come on.
Soon, we might very well learn the truth behind Shionne's thorns, as well as my own past. I have to be ready to face anything. Whatever happens.
So that must be the last fight.
I'm determined to save Shion and Dana. Nothing I learn can change that.
So I think there's no going back now.
Hold up, you guys.
What is it?
I want to look through that room over there. I'm curious what we'll find.
That's the room you visited in your past, right? Sure. We can check it out.
Oh, cinematics.
This looks like some kind of research facility.
A laboratory secreted away in the Forbidden Zone. Why am I past being surprised at this point?
Looks pretty deserted.
Let's check it out. It might give us a new lead.
No loot behind.
I think I can make this work.
Well, can you make head or tail of it?
These are experiment records, by the looks of it. Reams of them, dating back hundreds of years. Let's see. A composite being capable of controlling Danan astral energy, so as to convert its molecular and elemental makeup. The creation of a governing central figure, taking the form of a Danan. Codename Sovereign.
Sovereign.
Wait, there's more. Research into utilizing force field crystals for the purpose of stable astral energy containment. That must be the Master Course. With all this raw data, there's bound to be records here somewhere about the Maiden and the Lords, too.
About the Lords? Why would they be on there?
Think about it. The Lord's crests are clearly of a piece with those of both the Sovereign and the Maiden. Not to mention the fact that the contenders to the crown are selected from otherwise regular Renan citizens. In other words, it may be that all Renans are unwittingly being made subject to some kind of grand scheme.
What about the Sovereign? Does it say anything else?
Where do I start? All I've read so far is the headlines. There's so much here. To sift through all of it would require specialized... Wait.
What is it? Did you find something?
It's a list of names, with the title Test Subjects, Sovereign. It's your call.
Read it.
You were seeing...
There must be
a
dozens of
dog's
test
purpose,
subjects listed
huh?
here. Hundreds even. All of them failures. Wait. I think I've found one that was successful. Test subject number 1273. Ethnicity, NA. Unique adjustment index, generation, NA. Given name, Alphen.
They re-engineered me. Right here in this lab.
Alphen.
It's fine, really. What about the others? Was I the only one?
Test subject number 10105. Ethnicity, NA. Unique adjustment index, generation, NA. Given name, Volron.
Volron. I
Volron?
know.
But that means...
He's only sovereign because someone made him that way too.
He's the last one. In 3 centuries worth of records, you and Volron are the only 2 subjects on whom the experiment was a success.
Nice, man. Congratulations.
But what about the winners of the crown contests? Does this mean that none of them were ever crowned sovereign after all?
Upon victory, the Sovereign shall return to Rena and rule over Rena and Lenegis combined. When a new Sovereign is decided, the outgoing monarch shall relinquish their post and live out the rest of their days on Rena. So we were told. But according to these records, there have only ever been 2 Sovereigns, neither of whom had anything to do with the crown contest. It's all lies, including the part about the Sovereign residing in Rena. The crown contest was never about deciding a new ruler. It must always have been devised for some other purpose.
But even supposing that's true, someone must have been in charge for the past 3 centuries, right? If it wasn't the Sovereign, then who was it?
Crown contests have been held this whole time, in spite of the fact that there was already a Sovereign. Me. Meaning that for the past 300 years, someone out there has to have been maintaining that lie. The same person I'm willing to bet is behind all this.
The Red Woman? It's possible. But that doesn't necessarily mean she's the mastermind behind this scheme. She could be working for someone else. Someone back on the Renan homeworld.
Either way, it's fair to say she's definitely involved somehow.
What about the data records? Is there no
old
other
is
information
she?
that could help us?
Is she just a little puppy?
Not that I can see. Just file upon file of experiment results. There's nothing here about who's behind all this, or what their endgame is, unfortunately. I've barely managed to scratch the surface, mind you. You won't be able to read through it all, but you're welcome to take a look through what you can, while we're here.
I'll do that.
So this is where Alphen became the Sovereign. Volron as well. The significance of this location would suggest...
Hey, it looks like the terminals in here turned on too.
We should look through them. They might contain valuable information.
So is it cold right now there? I wish it was cold here, man. She's a puppy, right? Oh. Oh, she's gonna be a pain. Bridge, again, it's turned up. I need a heating station. So, more cinematics.
Naori, I...
Don't talk.
Like her?
I have to do this. I gave you my word that I'd help you return to Dana. The next time you open your eyes, you'll be home.
But you...
My place is here with my people. I still have a duty to fulfill. I'm sorry for what you've endured. Renan never should have dragged you into this. It's not your burden to bear.
But...
The mask contains a sedative. It should keep your mind from tearing itself apart any further. Let yourself go to sleep. This should help with the pain. Time to go, Elfin. Farewell. His injuries are worse than I thought. Short-term treatment isn't going to cut it. I'll have to switch the healing pod to long-term hibernation mode. The chance of surviving hibernation's less than 10%? And worse, long-term use of the mask carries a high risk of damaging his mind and nervous system. But... if I don't head back, Lenegis will be nothing but ashes. And this starship along with it. I don't know if I can fulfill my promise to you, Alphen. But if doing this will grant you even the slightest chance, I have to try. I hope it's enough. Please, live for me, Alphen.
Man, don't fly the sleepies. If you're sleepy, man, you can go to sleep.
That vision.
You
It
need
must
to
have been
rest.
from when Naori helped Alphen escape Lenegis.
She sure went above and beyond the call of duty.
Even with Lenegis crumbling down around her, she chose to stay put with her people.
So that's why you lost your memories and sense of pain, and why you were asleep for that whole time. It was all the result of one agonizing decision Naori made to save your life.
Yeah. If it weren't for her, I wouldn't even be alive today. I owe her everything. More than I could ever hope to repay.
Now that you know how she felt, how do you plan on honoring her wishes?
She kept her promise. If the Renan people she fought so desperately to protect are at risk from a malevolent force, then I owe it to her to carry on her fight. Naori was the one who put that mask on me, and made me Iron Mask.
She did it to prevent your soul from tearing itself apart. She knew you might lose your memories and sense of pain as a result. But more than anything, she wanted you to survive. And you did.
I'm gonna fight. Okay, 2 doors. Let me go with this one. Nothing here. No wonder you're sleepy, man.
This place. We've seen this in one of Naori's memories.
Of course. After 300 years, this is where it was held. The spirit channeling ceremony. This is where the Renis Alma was.
So this is the place where you and Naori...
The Renis Alma isn't here now. Nor is the Red Woman, it seems.
I know it's difficult, Alphen, but there will be time to dwell on the past later. For now, we need to keep moving. Come on.
Naori.
What is this? Is it the work of Dana's will again?
It's been a year since the ceremony. That
Shouldn't
day,
have cleaned
I
them.
shut away inside of myself the power that caused Alphen to lose control. Since then,
My visions of the future have grown more and more fearsome.
Is this another memory? No, it's different this time. It's like she's speaking directly to us.
She's
What we
later.
did back then.
No dirt.
Not so much as a day passes when I don't think about it. About what was done to us. All in the name of a ceremony. The purpose of which we were never even told. As Sovereign, they linked Alphen's consciousness to Lenegis itself. The Renis Alma was intended to control his power, lest anything should slip through its cracks. That day, as Maiden, my role was to temper his power. I was meant to guide it forth, and give shape to the strength inside of him.
Linked to Lenegis itself? But then, everything that's been happening.
But that power showed me a vision. A vision of oblivion. When I realized that vision was a prophecy of the apocalypse we were about to unleash, I couldn't go through with it. But without a maiden, the ceremony was doomed. Alphen lashed out, his consciousness no longer his own. I did what I could. Using my abilities as the maiden, I tried to seal that power away inside of me.
Oh, the thorn is
But it was
used.
too late. Lenegis had already been brought to its knees. Thousands upon thousands of lives so cruelly snuffed out. All because of me. Because of what I had done. With the destructive force now slumbering inside of me, I knew I had to find a way to dispose of it. Anything to make up for my failure. But I didn't know how. Especially since that power was astral energy itself. In which case, ironically enough, the Renis Alma seemed to be my best bet. That, at least, would hold the astral energy dormant. Assuming that no malevolent third party got to it first. With the Sovereign and Maiden's combined power, perhaps I could shift the chaotic energy inside me into the Renis Alma instead. That's what I hoped, but alas, it was not to be. The Renis Alma was lost, and Alphen, the Sovereign, was in a starship bound for Dana. My only choice was to seal away the destructive force inside of me using my powers as the Maiden, to buy the world what little time I could. The time needed for a new Renis Alma to be crafted, and for a new Sovereign to appear. Even if by doing so, it meant I would be passing the curse on to my descendants as well. Please, forgive me. I never meant to burden the future world with this threat too. I only wish that there was something more I could have done.
Wait, you can't just...
Naori.
That message just now, was it directly from Naori? Or was it the Dahnan voice speaking through her?
We're gonna make a Renis Alma. No clothes.
What?
These are the clothes that Naori and I wore during the ceremony 3 centuries ago.
So you're saying this is the Maiden's outfit?
That's right. These clothes are designed to resonate with the Sovereign and Maiden's abilities. They focus and enhance them.
And they appeared now because...
Naori must have left them here for the new Sovereign and Maiden, knowing the day would come when they would need them in their fight against the Thorns.
These outfits are directly linked to the answers we've been chasing this whole time. If they're here, it must mean it was Naori's will for us to find those answers as well.
Locating the Renis Alma would allow us to neutralize the dark astral energy inside Xion, thereby silencing her thorns. Is that what Naori's suggesting?
It makes sense. After all, Master Cores and Spirit Vessels are both able to prevent the astral energy inside them from developing sentience. By that logic, it would stand to reason that the Renis Alma would have the same ability on a larger scale.
We have a maiden in Sovereign. Now all we need is the Renis Alma, and we'll finally be able to free you of your thorns. Xion.
It's possible? You really think so?
I do. We can rid you of your thorns and stop the world from falling to oblivion.
However, the spirit channeling ceremony already failed once. Even if our goal is different this time, we can't be sure the same thing won't happen again. We should take care not to be too optimistic.
You're right. It's the barest sliver of a chance. But if there's even the slightest hope it can work, I'm willing to stake everything I've got on it.
I know it's too early to let myself feel relieved, but I just can't seem to help it. Just hearing there's the slightest chance, even though I know the world's still in great peril. It's selfish of me, I know, but still.
No, it isn't. You found hope to believe in. It'd be strange if you weren't over the moon about it.
Rinwell's right. We can rid you of your curse and still save the world at the same time.
Thank you. Naori entrusted us with the fate of all humanity. Now, it's up to us to prove that trust was well placed.
Starting with a little game called Hunt the Renis Alma.
Yeah, we've come all this way. Now we just need to search Lenegis and Rena until we find it.
Yeah, we can protect the world and save Xion at the same time.
I too shall lend my services. My knowledge of Renan lore is bound to be a useful asset.
And they say modesty is dead.
Miracles just seem to follow wherever you go, huh?
How do you know it's me they're following? We're all in this together, Xion. You included. Now let's get moving, shall we? Last I heard, we had an apocalypse to stop. Thank you, Naori. So Naori sealed away the power that made me lose control of myself. She stopped my rampage and saved my life. But then, that power she'd sealed away was passed down to you. I'm so sorry, Xion. It's my fault that you're cursed.
You're wrong. What happened to you was because of the ceremony, and Naori's attempt to stop Oblivion. You paid a heavy price for it, and then fell asleep for 300 years. The reason you lost your memories
is the reason for your curse.
The thorns.
It all leads back to them. But once they're gone, we can finally
What
put an
happened
end
to
to all
that
this.
dog?
When my thorns are gone, I never dared to dream that such a thing could be possible. No, the truth is, I think maybe I've always been dreaming
Oh, wait, in your
about a life
20s?
without my thorns. The touch of my family, or playing with my friends, holding hands with Rinwell, or giving Law a deserved smack, embracing everyone. All the normal things that people do together. I always wished I could experience them for myself, and finally know what they were like. Is it really okay for me to believe it can happen? I'm so scared of getting my hopes up. What if it doesn't work out in the end, and...
That's not going to happen. I'm here to make sure it won't. Forget fate or destiny or anything else. We're going to live a normal life. There are a lot of things you still want to do, right?
Yeah. You're right. It's such a strange feeling. I know that we've still got plenty of fighting up ahead. And it's for my sake. So I can live.
You're worth fighting for.
I believe you, Alphen.
Good. I'll keep on fighting. For as long as it takes. Until our future is finally in our hands.
I thought you were in your 20s. You're not alone, man. To go to the left side. There's nothing on the bottom. Alphen, I'm gonna let you have that cloak. You having surgeries, man?
That's quite some door, all right. This might finally be it. The heart of the beast.
We'll find the Renis Alma and the Red Woman inside, right?
After everything we've been through to get here, they damn well better be.
We'll probably be needing you to open this one for us, Sovereign.
Go for it, Alphen.
This is it, guys. Time to see what secrets are in store.
There you go. This is what I needed. Now put in save again just because I don't want to buy. I don't. Last battle, maybe.
Volron! He really was still alive.
And there's the Renis Alma. Then, is this another spirit channeling ceremony?
Wait, though. Something doesn't seem right here.
Once more, the powers must be united. Born from the fires of chaos, the world does seek its rightful state. All must be sacrificed in the heart of Renna, at the shrine of the true sovereign.
What has happened to him? He's lost himself, reduced to a mere cog in the machine.
Hey, look! Over there!
Isn't that the Maiden's crest?
Can it be that this entire chamber is meant to act as a substitute for the Maiden?
It looks like it's still running, but Are we already too late to stop the ceremony?
If that's what caused Lenegis' transformation, then the purpose of the ceremony must have been to drain all the astral energy out of Dana.
But for what purpose? What could possibly need astral energy on that sort of scale?
I don't know. But whatever it is, I'll bet it's connected to those visions of Oblivion. Regardless, we cannot stand by and let them steal Dana's energy. That said, we should retrieve the Renis Alma. Because right now, we need that most of all.
He's not gonna lunge at us out of nowhere, right?
Not the time, Law.
Alphen, look!
The Red Woman! So we finally found you. I have a lot of questions for you.
Wait!
What?
They all have the same face? How is that even possible?
What?
What is this?
Who the hell are they?
It can't be. Are they even people?
It's hard to know for sure, but I think they're the true rulers of Rena.
They're not feeling particularly talkative.
It's no use, Alphen. If we don't... we may as well be sitting ducks here.
Good point. Let's stop them before this gets out of hand.
By the
Sin. They smite with blackened
Dragon Tap!
Into the
Dragon Swarm! Try this! Explosive Ring! You're mine! Eternal Devastation! Hurricane!
Feel!
Be still! Hurricane Thrust!
Elusive
It's time! Hurricane Thrust! Here I come!
Rotating pile.
I'm going to need to use
Here I
all the
come!
power of my
Take this!
Here, let me help.
You're mine! Dragon Swarm!
Can you
Illuminate the dark!
resonate with the earth?
Holy Glimmer!
Stalagmite!
Holy
Our
Land!
art is being interrupted.
Take it!
Evil head. Not now. No.
Hard.
Sleep now.
Another incantation ruined.
Magic is am! Sleep now. Radiant, here! I'll be saving this one! Here, let me help.
Bathed in blood.
Wind Astral Edge!
Bloody howling.
Astral Energy!
I'm not done!
Burning! Light Astral Lightning!
What a name. 3 rats.
Here I come!
It's easier than squirrels.
Raging Storm! Blow Swipe! Here I go!
Here I come! You're finished!
Raging Storm! Puddle! Lightning to the death!
Dazzle!
What? Mega Ray!
Dazzle!
By the power of water! Wind
Lightning
Astral
Thrust!
Energy! Illuminate the dark! My art
Come
can form! Holy Glim, Holy Land!
Be still! Try harder! Not a chance! Execution! Take this! Dazzle! Air pressure! You're mine!
Lightning Cascade! Glacial Spear! Pierce Evil!
Sort of!
Freelancer!
Hurricane Thrust! Dazzle!
Fury! Burning Conduct!
Tear!
Thunderblade!
Try harder! My turn!
Mega Ray! Illuminate the dark! Holy Land!
Tear!
House this! Radiant Pierce!
Elusive deity.
Dazzle!
Raging Lightning!
Be still!
Will they help?
Be still!
I'll be saving this one! Healing Circle!
I owe you one! Lightning Thrust!
Rending you
Dazzle!
Raging Storm!
Lightning Thrust!
Puddle! Annihilation! Dance in the wind! Sleep now!
Lightning Thrust!
102 is weakness.
I'll be saving this one!
For this one.
Eternal Devastation!
129?
There! More than that!
Eternal Devastation!
Mega Ray! Annihilation!
one hurts.
Sleep now. I'll be saving you.
You're mine!
Here goes. Spirit lightning condemned.
You're mine!
Thunderbolt.
Dragon form!
Here's a miracle.
Bloody
Light astral raging cascade. Dance in the wind.
Dragon
In here.
form!
Radiant here.
Dragon form!
Benediction light.
Here I come! I'm
Raging
not done!
cascade. Here.
Dragon form!
Illuminate the dark.
No escape!
Here's a healing arc. Raging cascade.
I'm not Dragon form!
Burning strike.
Dragon form!
Here's evil.
I owe you one.
Freeze dancer.
Dragon form!
Tempest whirl.
It's over!
Demon lance.
You're mine!
Radiant raging storm.
They smite with
Eternal
I'm out of
devastation! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
All stopped up. Mega ray. Thunder
It's
field.
open!
Raging cascade.
Take it.
Annihilation. Sleep now. More for the stockpile.
deity.
Take this!
Rotating
Here I come. Where that came from? Mega ray. Raging cascade.
Dragon form!
Dance in the wind. Air thrust. Light act. Blah, blah, blah.
You're mine! Dragon
You get the
Begin.
gist.
I'll blind you.
Elusive
deity.
Dragon form!
Here's the evil.
Benediction light.
Illuminate the
Any more of this and I'll burn out!
holy glimmer. Holy lamp.
No escape! You're finished!
Elusive deity.
Dragon form!
Raging annihilation.
Dragon form!
Dance on the wind. On your
Take
knees.
this!
Lightning orb.
No escape! Dragon form!
There. And again. Steel force fray.
I could do without this pain!
Benediction light. Heal.
Radiant here. Lightning orb. Illuminate the dark. Gemini aqua.
Dragon form!
Can you take it? Not so fast.
Here I come!
I don't know.
Catapult.
Damn it! I'm not... Dragon form!
Reload. I'm out of ammo.
Benediction light.
Here I come! I'm not done! Try harder! Not a chance! Strike! Dragon swarm!
Come on, come on. So close.
Ah!
Seismic rupture.
That'll bring you down.
Benediction light. No further.
I'm going to need to use all the power of my healing arts to accomplish this. Will this help?
Try
On
harder!
your knees.
Strike!
Healing circle.
Light Try harder! Sorry. Now!
You do the same for me. In here. More for the stockpile.
Dragon swarm!
More where that came from.
Take this! Dragon swarm!
This world.
No escape!
Tunnel.
It's over!
Light that dance in the wind. Glacial steel.
You're mine!
Evil.
Here I come!
Light astral dance in the wind.
Dragon swarm!
In here. Healing circle. I'll be saving this one.
Try harder! Not a chance! No escape!
Guiding
Dragon
supernova.
form!
More where that came from.
I'm ready.
Healing circle. Photon.
You're mine.
Lightning condensed.
Now you see what I can do.
It's over!
Illuminate the dark.
Dragon form!
Here's evil.
Try harder! Strike! Dragon swarm!
Illuminate the dark. Holy glimmer. Holy
Try
red.
harder! My turn! Dragon swarm!
Thunder field.
Dragon swarm!
Photon blast. Illuminate the dark.
Dragon swarm!
Holy red. Spirit flame.
Dragon swarm!
That'll bring you down.
Take this!
Bloody howling.
I'm not done!
Resonate with the earth.
Dance
Dragon
in the wind
form!
now.
Remove!
Astral energy.
Say no more!
Lightning.
Surrender! Fighting is useless now!
Do you think it's really over?
Astral energy. Watch out! They've got something up their sleeve!
What? It's self-destructed?
Alphen!
I'm okay. Just a little roughed up.
You had me worried there.
Who said you could touch that?
Grab it already. Look on the eyes.
Damn it!
I don't care.
He's awake!
It's mine.
I should have thought as much.
So you know this place?
Naturally. It was built for me, after all. We'll save that for another time. More pressing is how I'm going to tear you apart.
Even after all this time, you still insist on hating me?
You cut me down. Sovereign or not, you will pay for that.
You're obviously bluffing. You can't even move right now.
Really, is that what you think? Did
Shoot
you really
him now?
think that such a petty device could hold me?
Are you going to claim it's because you're a ruler? Be it sovereigns or lords. In the end, they're all titles given by someone else.
Plus, what kind of ruler would spend all his time chasing Alf, who happens to be another sovereign?
Idle prattle. I proved my worth and the Sovereign's powers were granted to me.
Were they really? We already know the title of Sovereign doesn't denote royalty. It is but an overblown codename for those with a designated part to play in these proceedings. You mentioned before that you were not the only one stolen from Dana, correct?
Yeah. There were countless. And every one of them besides me died.
All of those failed experiments, and they still kept going back to Dana. There must have been some vital reason their subject had to specifically be a Danan. Then there were the records we found in the library, for you and Volron. They were logged 300 years apart, and yet the data they took from you was exactly the same. Which leads us to a single conclusion.
Then you mean... Voron was kidnapped just like Alphen? But then he became a...
A slave from Dana. Just like us. Isn't that right, Volron?
So he posed as a Renan and caused all that suffering to his own people?
How could you? If you knew the pain of being a slave, why would you inflict that upon others?
Renan and Danan are meaningless distinctions. Me and everyone else. That is all that matters. I will stand above all others and take what is rightfully mine, starting with this.
Dark.
A red woman?
Another one?
Give your master back on Rena this message. No one makes a fool of me. Let them know I'll make them suffer.
Don't do it!
Serenus Alva!
Too late! We can't stay here!
We need to go! Alphen!
your shadow no matter where you try to run.
Let's go.
Never forget, I am the one who devours everything. Who answers to neither spirit nor man. My word is law. I am...
Are you two okay?
Yeah. We'll be fine.
Is Volron... Have we finally seen the last of him?
We can but hope.
Don't think so.
Those red women. What the heck was their deal?
Could they be the ones behind all this? The same ones who put those soldiers and Faria in a trance?
What? Those brainless things? Either way, they've done a runner with the Renasalma. Damn it, that's the second time now!
Whatever's stolen from us, we'll steal it back. The future's ours to protect. And right now, those things are what's standing in our way. We can head them off at Rena.
Did you say Rena?
To which one?
Volron mentioned a master of theirs holed up in the motherland somewhere.
If that monstrous form's their true identity, I shudder to think who they take orders from.
Yeah. There's a good chance it's not human. That's for sure.
So this thing over on Rena, that's what's really behind all this, huh?
They have the Renasalma in their grasp already, so it's unlikely they'll have cause to return to Dana. I agree that Rena's our best shot.
Then we're agreed. Let's head back to the starship.
But seriously, I was not expecting Volron to actually be here.
He seemed to care not one whit about Renans or Danans.
Yeah, not in a good way like with us.
So then, just keep on running.
What the? When did it get pitch dark all of a sudden?
The lights are all out. Think it has something to do with the explosion back in the Forbidden Zone?
Doe?
You two.
Faria, Avakir. Thank goodness you're safe.
Avakir filled me in about everything. About how I ambushed you all.
She doesn't remember a thing, so she really was being controlled.
He told me about Tarnagin, too. Is it true?
What difference does it make? What's done is done.
Stop casting me off, just for once!
Faria, not now. It can wait. Dohalim, Lenegis is in grave peril.
So I can see.
It's the city's core reactor. It's damaged. Some of the basic systems we've managed to keep online, but complete restoration's still a way off.
You're an elite technician, though. You can fix it, right?
If so, then what's the problem?
Panic's begun to set in among the citizens. Until now, whenever something like this happened, the Sovereign would issue a decree. But this time, not so much as a peep. Any longer, and we run the risk of riots breaking out before we can get things back up and running.
Forget the Sovereign. I doubt you'll be hearing from him anytime soon.
What's that supposed to mean? Do you know something I don't?
Suffice it to say, the Sovereign isn't the kind of ruler we thought he was. That is, if he ever even existed, which is looking doubtful at this stage.
Are you out of your mind? Why, if people knew that a lord such as yourself was whispering such blasphemy, they'd...
There's no time to explain now. It sounds like we need to find a way to keep Lenegis from spiraling out of control.
We need to stop that riot.
But how do we do that?
Riots
I'm
feed
about
on
to go to bed
discontent
too,
and
man.
unrest, right? So if we want to keep the
Good
peace,
night, man.
we just need
Thanks
to put
for
people's
coming,
minds
man.
at ease.
At ease?
Man, congratulations,
Like by
having
letting
a
them hear
puppy.
directly from someone they trust. That's it. Who's the highest-ranking person in Lenegis right now?
Lenegis wouldn't have a next in line. After all, you said the Sovereign rules over everyone directly, right?
Correct. The closest thing to an authority figure would be a lord. And the only one left is... Ah. Very well then. Avakir, you mentioned a few facilities were still online. Which ones?
Why hasn't the Sovereign said anything?
Please, won't somebody explain what's going on?
Is it over? What's going to happen to all of us?
Heed me now, fellow Renans of Lenegis. It is I, Lord Dohalim Ilkaris of Elda Menancia.
Look, up there! It's Lord Dohalim!
Hold on! He should be in the crown contest! Shouldn't he? Why isn't the Sovereign talking to us?
The Sovereign is seeing to other matters right now. In my capacity as Lord, I speak to you in his stead. You're afraid.
Good night, man.
As people so often are when faced with the unknown. I hope you'll allow me to put your fears to rest. The city's core reactor has experienced a malfunction. However, we have our top engineers attending to the matter, and things will soon be back to normal. I know that you feel abandoned, perhaps more scared and alone than ever before. But I ask you all to keep one thing in mind. You are Lenegis, not the Lords and Sovereign. The solidarity of its citizens is the mortar that holds it together. If we don't allow ourselves to be distracted by our differences, if we put our hearts and minds together and stand as one, I am confident we will find new hope. I would be honored to stand with you. Not as a person of loftier rank, but as another human being among many. I hope that you'll lend me your strength, for if we can persevere as one, I know a bright tomorrow awaits.
Your speech seems to have done the trick. Looks like the city won't be descending into chaos after all.
I only pray the relief will tide the city over for the time being.
What you said earlier, about the Sovereign possibly not even existing, was it true?
It's still too premature to say with any certainty, but I believe so. This whole time, this world we've been fed was a lie, built on nothing but falsehoods.
But it can't all have been...
I can believe it. After everything I saw in the Forbidden Zone, what they did to Farian, it's the only explanation that makes sense.
But what about hierarchy, Avakir? Authority? The very foundations of Renan society? How can we live without someone to guide us?
I'd say we found someone capable of doing just that, wouldn't you?
You? You can't be serious.
I have business I must take care of first. But once everything is over, I shall return. But not as your sovereign, nor as a leader the likes of which the people here are used to, I think.
But how else do you propose to rule?
I'm not sure yet. All I have is a feeling that here in Lenegis, a new dawn is on the verge of breaking. One in which people won't be judged by birthright, or on the power of their astral arts, but on other things. More important things. Things like... oh, I don't know. Musical talent, for example.
When I bumped into you after all those years, I said you were no different. But I was wrong. Truth is, you were always different. I feel like maybe now I can finally begin to accept Tarnigan's death. To see a future.
You go finish whatever it is you've got to do. I'll hold down the fort here in Lenegis till you get back.
Thank you.
I guess you're not going to make it to Menancia for the foreseeable future, huh?
Indeed. Forgive me.
The people of Elda Menancia can look after themselves just fine. It's the ones here on Lenegis who need someone to guide them. Besides, with you leading the people here, it'll help spread the idea of coexistence beyond Menancia's borders that much faster.
Sounds like you're in it for the long haul.
How could I not be, after the second chance that I've been granted? From this day forth, I shall dedicate myself to the future inhabitants of this world. Though the memories of the departed shall remain forever in my heart.
Remember, you're going to be leading the people here, not ruling them.
True enough. Whatever would I do without you, Kisara?
With or without her, I suspect you're gonna have your hands full when the time comes. We should be heading back to the ship. Business on Rena awaits.
And guys, this is where I'm going to leave it. I'm gonna check this.
Looks like the people of Lenegis...
Yep, I'm gonna leave the game right about here. I want to tell you all thank you for coming. I hope you have a very good night. And I hope to see you all on the next one. Thank you.